When we first discussed two-sided platforms, I gave you a couple of different examples. I gave you an example of Amazon, which connected buyers and sellers. I also gave you an example of Apple, which connected users with app developers. These two examples are similar, but there is one big difference between them. In the Amazon example, there's only one application. In other words, there's only one thing that you can do on this platform, and that something is buying and selling. And the process of buying and selling is strictly controlled by Amazon. In the Apple example, there are many applications or many things to do, and these applications are predominantly controlled by third-party developers. To distinguish between the two types of platforms, we often refer to the Amazon example as simply a two-sided platform, and we refer to the Apple example as a developer platform. Notice that this does not mean that Apple cannot have a two-sided platform. In fact, the music store on Apple is a classical example of a two-sided platform. But we do want to make it distinct from a developer platform where Apple, or any other company, allows third-party developers to come in and build functionalities for its users. Examples of developer platforms abound. Facebook has a developer platform that allows third-party developers to build new functionalities. In fact, Facebook Messenger was first developed by a third party when Facebook didn't offer such a functionality. WeChat, a very popular messenger platform in China, also offers a developer platform allowing third-party developers to build mini-programs which deeply integrate into the user experience on WeChat. Thanks to these mini-programs, WeChat users are able to book tickets, book appointments, shop, or entertain themselves with their friends without ever leaving the platform. It shouldn't be a surprise to you that an average WeChat user spends upwards of 4 hours a day on the platform. Developer platforms are also quite popular when it comes to B2B. GE, for example, created a developer platform that allowed third parties to write software which customers could then download onto their machines and undertake specialized data analysis. GE's competitors quickly followed suit and offered similar types of platforms. These brief examples hopefully show you some of the key considerations when deciding whether or not to roll out a developer platform. First, a company can let other firms invest to develop functionalities for users of its platform, which allows the company to figure out what functionalities are truly wanted by its users without having to pay for it. The additional functionalities also increase the attractiveness of the platform to its users, again without having to pay for it. There is no doubt in my mind that Facebook and WeChat both accelerated the growth as well as stickiness by introducing a developer platform. These benefits have to be weighed against potential downside. First, a developer platform potentially allows users to hand over their platform data to third-party developers. This means that some of the platform data can now be owned by others, which can undermine the competitive advantage of the platform in question. Even more importantly, these third-party developers can use these data for unlawful or unethical purposes. This was the case with Cambridge Analytica scandal, for example, whereby Facebook users handed over their Facebook data to a third-party developer who then used this unlawfully to target them and other users with political ads. Even though Facebook did not hand over any of these data to third-party developers, but users did, the company was still blamed for the scandal, causing it to scale down its developer platform ambitions. With this in mind, I now want you to think about the opportunities for creating a developer platform for your company. Do you believe that these developers would substantially increase the functionality of your platform, either attracting new users or retaining old ones? Do you think there are any potential downsides to creating a developer platform? For example, do you have a concern about the users handing over the data to third parties who might use it inappropriately? If so, is there anything you can do to mitigate these problems? Answers to these questions will help you figure out whether or not you will actually want to introduce a developer platform as part of your digital transformation strategy. So let's step back and think about what we have learned about platforms so far. A platform is an entity that allows individuals, and/or organizations to connect to each other. Platforms stand in a marked contrast to products that companies produce and consumers consume. Platforms can be one-sided or two-sided, and the same company can own many connected platforms, in the same way that the same company can have products and platforms. Platforms are different from everything you know in that their value increases at an increasing rate as they grow, and often the biggest platform takes over the entire market. This makes it very hard to disrupt a very large platform. As a consequence, you should always try to grow your platform to be as large as possible, as quickly as possible, through any legal and ethical means. Those choices include joining forces with other companies, subsidizing the growth of your platform, or creating a developer platform to attract and retain more users. To review any of the chapters in this video, please click on the chapter menu below.